What it do, my baby boos? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, also known as Hidden Truth Tarot, and today we are going to be getting in a celebrity tarot reading. This is going to be for Chrisean Rock and her sister Tesehki. We're going to be doing the reading on the kind of trailer that kind of dropped about Chrisean accusing her sister of basically, forcing her to do something under the age. And we're just going to pull cards on this to see how accurate it is, how real it is, and like what's the energy between the two sisters, because what made Chrisean want to say that on live television, right? I really do feel like everybody finds a voice, and unfortunately, if there's something like this going on, she found her voice. It might have been in the most unfortunate circumstances, but everybody, I'm going to say, is confirmation burp. The truth will always make its way to the light. So let's get into the energy. Let's pull some cards and see what Spirit has on the energy between Chrisean Rock and her sister Tesehki, or Tesehki. Alright, so thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors, and to the Creator for your wisdom, your guidance, your energy, and your assistance. Can you please help me tap in from the most highest source of love and light and the most honest truth to be able to give the collective the messages they need to hear in regards to the situation and what I need to hear in regards to the situation. Let's get one more shuffle and we'll get right into things. Alright, so let's get a card for Chrisean Rock. The Ace of Cups and the Devil card. Let's get a card for Tesehki. The Chariot. She was not seeing this coming. The Seven of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Can we get the energy for them in the middle? The Star card. Okay, so listen. I'm not going to say that Chrisean Rock is... Listen. There's some truth to the accusation. Now, I want to say that I don't know if it was necessarily as in detail as what Chrisean Rock, pushed it out to be on that interview, but there is some type of truth of holding resentment, based on past trauma here with this Devil card and the Ace of Cups, right? So the Ace of Cups is using creativity, taking opportunity. So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like Chrisean Rock did use this kind of as a stepping stone, as a kind of an opportunity. Now this opportunity we're talking about could be gaining her more traction. Maybe it's because she feels like her sister is gaining more light than her in some instance. Or it's, like I said, the energy of bringing it to life. You got to keep in mind the Ace of Cups, even though it's a very abundant cup, it's overflowing. So regardless of what it is, your creation, your money, your feelings, something is bubbling and coming to the surface. And this is what I mean about, like, eventually everything that's done in the dark will make its way to the light. So there's almost an inner understanding of them kind of both knowing what kind of happened. I do feel like some sit in more truth than the other because of the fact of, like, it's giving very much like, well, if this was happening, if that happened to Chrisean, her sister had to be a victim, because where did she learn that behavior? But also at the same time, there is an energy of causing harm onto, or causing... I don't want to say harm, but maybe even like betrayal, crossing a boundary that they've known that they shouldn't cross. And I think that in a way, Chrisean thought she was freeing herself, and having her kid of her own could have brought a lot of the trauma that she has faced in her life back to the surface. I feel like Chrisean has been through a lot in life, and this could have been more triggering. But also at the same time, I do feel like she used this as an opportunity for whatever to gain, whether that's intention, whether that's sympathy, whether it's likes. But also too, I really do believe like stuff was bubbling underneath the surface for them. I don't really necessarily believe that they had the closest or tightest connection of what they made it out to be. I'm hearing, that TikTok thing when they're like, in the club, we all fam. In the club, we all fam. In the club, we're all family, right? So they might have acted like close. They might have acted like fam, but were they really family? Are they really family? I think she will always love her sister. But there are some, you know, there is some hidden animosities that she's allowing herself to sit in. And unfortunately, like I said, this could have been an old interview too that's coming back to the surface. You know, fortunately, what you say is what you say, especially when it comes to the internet. And whoever, you know, let out this interview, I don't know if it was Zeus Network. I don't know what kind of network was doing this. I don't know if this was for baddies. They knew exactly what they were doing when they brought this out. They thought they were going to get more attention, attraction. And I feel like it's definitely gotten people talking, but it is causing some quarrel behind the scenes between the two sisters, because this should have never been brought into light through the way that it did. I definitely feel like, but who am I to say that? Because if you are abused and you're seeking justice, I don't know. I feel like this could, you know, Spirit's trying to, like, you know, give devil's advocate to the situation, but also at the same time, I get wanting justice. I get wanting to, but why wasn't this brought up a lot sooner? You know what I mean? So I just feel like the timing of this could be all fucked up, and I feel like Chrisean could have went offline, I think, to say something to her sister instead of allowing this to be on the internet. But I really do feel like we're going to Teseki's side, that her side was telling, right? So this was a surprise. This was a shock for Tesehki. The way that she feels about this is that, you know, she wasn't expecting this energy to fall into place or go into this energy. Hi, baby.
Hi, sorry, before I started.
Huh?
I just wanted to see you before I started up.
Alright, hi.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
You see, there was an interruption there. I do apologize. I'm going to edit that out. But this is exactly what I mean about, like, she was a loss for words when this happened. The Seven of Swords is, this is the thing. Tesehki can't lie on TV. Okay, I don't think she could sit in this energy and sit here and be like, I didn't do that, especially if she knows that there's some truth in it. I definitely feel like in a way that she was looking at Chrisean as little, kind of like a snake a little bit, kind of being deceptive, but also at the Chariot card, the only reason why she feels like it's deceptive is because she didn't see it coming, right? But also at the same time, there is an energy where Tesehki, you know, is sitting in this energy of being like, well, I can't lie, you know? So that's why I feel like in the interview, I didn't watch the full interview. I didn't really see her response, but in the interview, she could have been like, what are you talking about? Like, very not defensive. Like, I'm going to say, if someone was lying on my name or saying something like that, I'd be very trying to stand up for myself. Now, I wouldn't be getting angry, I wouldn't be getting defensive, but I most definitely would be standing my ground, and there's an energy of not doing that. Okay, the Seven of Swords is like, this is what I mean about eventually everything that's done in the dark will make its way to the light. It's almost giving like they both know their childhood trauma, right? They both know kind of what has happened, but it's the way that everything was brought to the surface. Now, this changes the character of how people look at Tesehki. This changes the direction of her energy and her stardom, her whatever you want to call her celebrity. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is what I mean about, like, were these two sisters really as close as what they made themselves out to be? I definitely feel like I said, Chrisean gave Tesehki an opportunity. There is an energy of her, you know, skyrocketing and taking advantage of this opportunity. And I'm not saying that Chrisean was jealous, but allowing certain stuff like this to come to the light, knowing that this is going to defy a character, there's just an energy of like, where is it coming from, right? That's what Spirit's asking, and that's what we're trying to figure out today. And we're going to pull more cards to kind of get an energy of where was Chrisean coming from. But when it comes to the energy between the two sisters, they both know exactly what's going on. The Star card in reverse and the Temperance, the celebrity exposure. All right. Can I use this information? I'm using this information. I'm taking this energy and I'm using it for my own. Like I said, Spirit keeps on just highlighting on like everything that's done in the dark is going to make its way to the light. And you got to keep in mind, these problems were always there. Now, have they talked about it? Sure. Have they had that heart-to-heart sister conversation? Probably not. But there is an acknowledgement here. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse for Chrisean. We have the Eight of Wands for Tesehki. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, with the energy in the middle. So, listen, I feel like they're both kind of in this energy. Listen, I want to say when you're around certain energies, such as like narcissism, and you've watched certain power plays and dynamics work out when you're a child, you tend to get those qualities, or you build on those abilities that you were exposed to. You tend to wear those energies, even if they're not yours. And in a way, I do feel like the Ace of Wands reverse Chrisean has become some type of a way of the way that she's been traumatized as a kid, and so has Tesehki. So it's like them both throwing shots at each other. Well, you did this to me, and you did that to me, and you did this to me. But they've both been hurt. That's why I'm saying that, like, at the end of the day, these two women need healing. These two women need to understand that hurt people, okay? But I do feel like there was no hesitation of Chrisean saying this. Eight of Swords, she thought she was speaking her truth. Eight of Wands, Tesehki, even if there was truth here, it's just the speed of light. Like, she wasn't expecting it to come out like that. But this is how justice is, you know? Sometimes justice isn't so fickle of how it makes you feel. Three of Swords, and this has to go with past trauma, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I want to let you know that Chrisean Rock is not completely lying over the situation. There is some truth in this. But unfortunately, how can Tesehki stand up for herself Spirit saying not without, while speaking her truth? So how can Tesehki defend herself while also saying, hey, well, there's some truth in this accusation? She can't, because the public, the Star card in reverse, we are so judgmental. You think if she was to sit here and say, hey, yeah, I did that to my sister, but it was because I was getting abused? You think we would sit here? Some of us would have the empathy and the inner understanding to hold, empathy, and others would be like, that's no excuse. So there's just an energy where she kind of feels stuck. She's looking at her sister being like, why would you do this to me? But her sister's looking at her thinking the same thing. Why did you do this to me? It's trauma versus trauma. Now, why did Chrisean do this, Spirit? Why did Chrisean do this? Why did she say this on in public? The King of Pentacles in reverse. And also, too, there is an energy of being influenced, okay? I definitely feel like people are kind of telling her that she's falling off. Page of Pentacles. That, I'm not going to say her going on this new godly wave is not important, because I do feel that she is, sitting in her divine mission, sitting in her divine purpose, leading her way to the light the way that she knows how to. Everybody's going to be different, as we all are here for different missions, different journeys, different experiences. But you got to keep in mind, Chrisean Rock is still caught up in the realm of materialism, in the realm of caring what people say, in the realm of keeping up the image. And there's something about her image that she felt like was kind of being taken over. And I feel like it was more kind of like, when people are gossiping or people whispering certain stuff in your energy or whispering certain stuff in your ear, it's giving that. It's giving like, well, I noticed, this Chrisean Tesehki could be taking your light, and maybe, and also too, listen, I'm also hearing that, like, they've had this information. I don't know how new this interview is, but it definitely hasn't been just recorded. I definitely feel like they picked certain information, they were able to edit it, put it into a trailer, and then boom, there's your interview. But is this something new? Is this something present? No. And Chrisean had to give the okay for this to even follow through, or she signed some type of contract, the King of Pentacles, that says that even if you don't really agree with this, if we put it out, we own you. And that's kind of like certain contracts that you sign here with the Queen of Swords. But I feel like something when it has to do with her image, people feeling like she's letting people down, but also feeling like this is speaking her truth. So her saying this is going to give her some type of recognition, bring her back on top in some type of way. But like I said, also her being a mother, has brought up a lot of her childhood wounds, okay? Childhood trauma that she did go through, and I don't think she wants her child to go through. So when you speak your truth, when you speak the shit that has happened to you, when you bring awareness to it, it can't be repeated, because you have that awareness. And I think that's another thing. Like the Two of Pentacles, it was one and the same thing. Yes, this was about money in a sense. Yes, it was about trying to make sure that, like, I'm seen and I'm heard and I'm recognized. But also too, this was an energy of me speaking my truth, and it might have not been in the way that everybody wanted me to do it, but I did it for me. King of Swords. Like, there is an energy that she's saying that she's doing this for her, but there are some ulterior motives here with the Ten of Pentacles, because why did this have to be in a place where you are, I don't know. I keep on saying I don't know, because I heard Spirit says, why are you doing this in a place to discredit someone when this information could have been shared a lot sooner? So that's why Spirit is saying, like, when it comes to the truth, it could be rocky, right? You know, I'm getting that the Five of Swords, there's some missing in details when it comes to this energy, because Chrisean held on to this because she knew that this was going to hurt her sister. All right, this secret, this deep, dark secret. Two of Swords, the Two of Cups between sisters. And there's more shit. Like, this is not this is not just the only thing, you know, Tesehki and Chrisean could have gone through together. This is not the only thing. But this is the thing that she chose to talk about, because she knew this was going to get at her sister. All right, so listen, I do see some animosity. I do see some pain. I do see that both these girls need some healing. But I do see some ulterior motives too, where I'm doing this because of the opportunity of how this is going to make me look so I can get some type of abundance or remain abundant. Take it how it resonates. This is what I mean about we all have choices, okay? We all live in the power of choice. Good karma leads to good things. Bad karma leads to bad things. And there, you know, I also feel like, in a way, like I said, Chrisean thought she was being nurturing, being a mentor, you know, sharing this, giving back, but also at the same time, she was putting people in a situation that don't really need to be into it, especially when this could have been acknowledged with her sister first before she went public. But also at the same time, if she, like I said, she does hold animosity, salty, anger, bitterness. If there has been something that happens, then who am I to say to stay silent? Like, speak your truth, you know? So you guys are going to have to take it how you guys feel like you believe. But like I said, this energy between these sisters, there's more. There's more, okay? So I honestly, like I said in the beginning, I don't feel like they're as close. I don't feel like it's all key as it is. I do feel like I said, there is an energy, like I said, narcissism, when you pick up the behavior of your abusers, right? This is why I keep on getting this energy of hurt people, because now Chrisean is hurting her sister the same way that she hurt her, all right? Get one more card. We got a couple more cards here. So it says chaos, and we also have laughter. All right, so this ruined a good moment, or in a way, like I said, there is an energy of trying to ruin a good moment, dim someone's light, bring something down. You know, a lot of people are going to call Chrisean a sister hater, or someone who's jealous or trying to dim her light. And in some instance, that could be some truth, because it's like the context of how all of this blew up. But in Chrisean's mind, she was speaking her truth, even though I feel like she was kind of moving with materialism. Those you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to say the word. Those ulterior motives of, yes, I'm trying to speak my truth, but I'm also doing this for that. Okay, to gain something, to get something. So her hand is not necessarily clean, but she's feeling it. The intent is pure because of the realness of the situation. Like, something most definitely happened. Alrighty, so let's get 3 cards to see how. Oh, see, in all of these. Sorry about that. My iPad almost fell and the video cut off, but I do feel like a ball is about to drop between Tesehki and Chrisean. I do feel like the energy between the two of them is not going to be the same. Someone could end up cutting the other sister off, or there's just an energy of setting a boundary, being like, so this is how it is, so it be. All right. Let's get 3 cards for Tesehki's energy of how she's feeling this, and then we'll get advice over the situation. 3 cards. 9 of Swords. Ooh. Devil card. Like I said, there is an energy of, like, there's truth to the situation, but I just don't think she didn't want it. She wasn't expecting all of this to happen. 6 of Cups, which talks about the past. All right, there's some truth into this allegation, and this is why she acted or reacted. Because, like I said, I didn't watch the full energy, but there could have been an energy of her, like, being surprised or shocked that she said something like this, but also wasn't defending herself, because she was shocked, yeah, because she wasn't expecting this come to light the way it did. But there is some truth to the allegation. You know, we saw the devil card, you know, trying to release these limited beliefs, these dark thoughts. But she knows exactly what has happened, like both sisters do. Okay, we do have the page of wands. Page of wands. I said the page of wands, but this is the page of swords. Page of wands is a card of someone saying one thing and doing another. So I do feel like there could be an energy of her trying to do damage control or trying to manipulate the situation because of the betrayal. All right, like I said, it feels like a betrayal on her end. I definitely feel like emotionally she's going through it. Emotionally, she has to think and go back to kind of the past and look at this. But her judgment feels a little bit clouded. There is a lot of self-doubt. There is an energy where it's like, oh, I thought we moved past this, and it's being brought up. But they never moved past it because they never had that real conversation. Like I said, it's an energy of being aware of each other's trauma. But Emperor, we never really talked about it. Okay, and this is why it's so easy, because like I said, this is some type of karmic retribution in the sense of I'm doing exactly what you did to me. All right, so like there's also an energy where she doesn't feel like Chrisean's the most innocent, but she's not going to share that secret. Okay, like I don't think she's gonna try to get Gitsy back for Chrisean. She's gonna take this out and try to, you know, like I said, do damage control in her own character and her own image. But there is an energy where I do feel like there's some secrets that she knows about Chrisean too. So it's like, how dare you speak on that when we know some stuff about you too? But this is what I mean about the energy of both girls going through or been through some type of trauma that they both haven't healed. They've been through a lot of shit. So the advice, let's get an advice card for these two girls, Spirit. The advice we have from Spirit, it says Spirit of the Tree. Look at the ancestors. There's something about ancestral trauma, generational trauma that is being spoke about in the energy between Chrisean and Tesehki. I feel like this is not the first time this trauma has happened in the family. I feel like her mom's mom could have been through stuff. There's stuff about this being ancestral. If you are in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the tree. So there's something to learn out of this. It's the spirit of the tree. It says nature, priestess, and it says inner peace. So like I said, at the root of the problem here is that these two sisters, like I said, need healing. All right, and there's wisdom. So everything that's done in the dark is always going to make the way to the light. But even if this is a lesson or, you know, something you're gaining wisdom from, there's something to learn out of it, and that's what Spirit is saying. Like I said, with the Forbidden Forest, there's so much more to the situation that we really don't know. And the only two people that know is Chrisean Rock and Tesehki. Okay, so unfortunately, Chrisean can bring this to the internet, but at the end of the day, they both know. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit says they both know. It says you are so brave to keep going the way that you do. And like I said, it's a Forbidden Forest. It says bravery, persistence, and redemption. All right, so they've both been through some hard stuff. They've both been through some hard stuff. It's just they got to heal each other. Heal from each other, especially when it comes to betrayal that they could have given to each other. And the last card we have for the two sisters, it says reach out to... The last card we have, it says reach out to the positive that is calling for you. So it's potential and possibilities. So this is Spirit is guiding these sisters for a higher calling of healing. All right, if they choose to it. I do feel like there is something that's going to change, but there is a possibility to heal this if both sisters choose to shine light on the wounds that have affected them. All right. It says future, it says higher self, and it says quantum. So this might take some time, but I do feel like this Spirit, all of this came to light, even with the flame here, to bring some healing to the sisters, to both sisters. Alrighty. So, collective, this is going to be the end of this reading. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys will come back. If you guys are interested in your own personal reading, my prices and my number will be linked below. And if you guys have any celebrities or people you're wanting me to tap into, don't forget to comment their names below as well. Don't forget to also like, comment, subscribe. It is so much appreciated. And thank you so much for spending time with me as I did this reading. If you come back, I'll see you soon. If this is the last time I see you, thank you for just clicking on this video. And I will see you guys in a future reading.